Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting edition of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's your boy Gio here from Manga Geekdom, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host. We got, over here, Colleen's Manga Rex. How you doing? There we go, perfect. And the insufferable Omnibus Collector. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Thank you everybody for joining. Tonight we got some solicits, we got some first impressions, we got some goofs, some gas, we got some haulage, we got some random news articles that I found on the internet. So it's going to be a grand old time. Colleen, how you doing?
I'm good.
Perfect. Beautiful.
My headset died as soon as it hit like the 5-second mark. It was like beep beep. It's like fuck.
All right. Thank you everybody for joining. Of course, hit the like button. Be sure to share the video if you enjoy it. Leave a comment down below if you're watching later. Let us know about the of your feedback of the show. And of course, we have to give a big shout out to our lovely sponsor, InStockTrades.com, making tonight's broadcast happen. Your destination for collected editions is In Stock Trades. You get your omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and so much more for great discounted prices that range from 35 to 42 to 50% off at times. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. And there's a loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount to your order if you make it on a week-by-week basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service. That is InStockTrades.com. We just gave away a $50 gift card courtesy of our sponsor last Monday. So if you want to participate for the November gift card, you're going to have to tune in to all the broadcasts to find out when we do it. It could be any of the dates that we broadcast on: Mondays, Thursdays, and now Fridays. So thank you once again to InStockTrades.com for the sponsorship. We truly do appreciate it. Let me highlight the page real quick so we can take a look at the current deals of the week, which are pretty cool if you ask me. There we go. Oh. All righty. So these are the deals of the week. You got that Dazzler Omnibus, the with the two covers, at 46% off from Marvel, and the Marvel Masterworks Tomb of Dracula hardcover volume 4, 46% off, and the Wonder Woman by George Perez volume 1 reprint trade paperback at 50% off. We had Dan volume 9 at 46% off, but it seems that sold out, so it's no longer a deal of the week. So that's good for them at IST. And of course, your new releases. I mean, here it is, but no longer one of the deals of the week.
Oh.
So you missed it. If you wanted it at 46% off, you should have gotten it super quick.
They took it from us.
And the top sellers, of course, got a lot of Spider-Man action in the top sellers list. There we go. All the cool stuff. And don't forget, they do have the Thrills and Chills sale for Halloween. This is week 3. A lot of these books are discounted an extra 5%. There are some cool manga here as well. Some really fun stuff. You got all of Die Dark, including the box set, discounted at 40% off. It's great. Got some Eerie. You got some Girl from the Other Side. Homunculus is also discounted. Berserk was previously discounted, and that sold really well. Happiness was discounted, and all the volumes were selling. So people, they're excited for this, including some Junji Ito action, Mimi's Tales of Terror. The list goes on and on and on. Again, folks, all you got to do is check out InStockTrades.com for all the sweet deals. Shout out. Friends of the show. So, yeah, there you go. InStockTrades.com. Thank you to the chat, as always, for joining, everybody. Thank you so much. Javier, thank you so much. Look at that, the 3 goats. I love that. H Field, thank you for joining. Watch the documentary Tickled last night. It was really good. What is that about? Before I make a fool of myself, what are we talking about? Is it actually what I think it is, or is it something super serious? What's happening?
I feel like I've heard of it, and I think it is a serious documentary, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, good.
I was going to ask what it was, just so I can know if it's what I'm thinking of.
Spud Boy, thank you for joining. Steven, listen, nice. I love comics. We love them too. Javier, not a manga question, but I was wondering if y'all or own any single issue comics. I'll go first if that's okay. I stopped getting single issues back in, gosh, it's been a long time. 2000, oh boy, 2016. That's when I realized, oh, I'd rather collect the trade paperbacks. I'm not necessarily like I need everything omnibized, but I realized I would prefer to have them in collected editions. Now, if I were to get a single issue of something, it would be mostly for the art. If there's like a really, really nice cover that I wanted or something, or a key issue of something. But I'm so invested because of my channel on all the manga stuff that I chose to not look at the many single issues out there that people collect for the art. So I don't even do that anymore. What about you guys?
No.
Direct, straight to the point. Love it.
I only have the comics that Riley has given me 2-3 years ago that I still haven't read.
That is okay.
Nice.
I'll get around to it eventually.
One day. I still have some. I also stopped collecting single issues around probably the same time that Geo did, because I was like, it's not sustainable. And I basically continued to read all the single issues online less than legally. And then just bought the trades and the omnis and hardcovers of like all the stuff that I was reading, because that was more sustainable. But then I just stopped reading all of them altogether anyway. And just buy like, at this point I just try to buy the omnibus of anything that like I'm interested in. Which is not the best idea, because like if you're buying a $100 book, even at close to 50% discount, that's expensive for something that you are like more or less blindly going into. But it, recommending that lifestyle. I'm just saying that's the lifestyle I have.
Fine.
But I do sometimes get single issues. I have several that are hanging on my walls right now, for like just some covers that I like, mostly like X-Men related. I showed last week actually my adventure with Superman, the covers that were like Dragon Ball homage. And then I have like, I'll get a single issue every once in a while if it's like something that I don't think is ever going to be collected. Like I have the Star Wars Visions single by the guy who did Afro Samurai, because I don't think that's, I mean, number one, that's cool. Number two, I don't think it's going to be collected. I don't think it has. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention, but I don't think it has yet. And I just wanted to have it so I could have it as like a piece next to my copies of Afro Samurai, I guess. And that was exactly what I was thinking that movie was, by the way, what H. Field just said.
Oh, Tickled is made by a pop culture writer who finds a video about competitive tickling competitions, but ends up going down a rabbit hole of exploitation of young boys and men by people with lots of whoa, okay, that was not what I was expecting. Holy crap.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I heard about it back when I was still using TikTok. Someone talked about it and I was like, wait, what? And then I like kind of wanted to watch it, but I forgot about it until just now.
And now you can watch it.
Where can we watch it?
We still won't.
I'm not going to watch it, I'll be honest with you. But for the people out there that are interested, I got too much stuff to do and read and watch it. So I'm not going to get around to it.
I'm in the middle of a rewatch of JoJo's, and I'm watching at the same time the One Piece anime for the first time. So
for the first time, really?
I've never watched the anime. I've only ever read.
So where are you at on the show?
I think the last episode of the Kuro Pirates. So like episode 16 or something.
Yeah. Nice. Which pardon my asking, which version are you watching for the One Piece?
The dub on Netflix.
Oh, because you don't have right, you don't have Crunchyroll. There is Crunchyroll has the rights for the HD rebroadcast of One Piece, and that's usually what I recommend people watch if they're gonna get started on it. Because at some yeah,
It does seem really high quality.
maybe it's the same one. I haven't checked on the Netflix side of things, but I remember originally it was not digital when One Piece first started, and then the whole world converted to digital broadcasting. So when that happened, they remastered the first couple of arcs up to Skypiea for HD and redid a couple scenes, sort of like the Dragon Ball Kai thing. Yeah. Not by a whole lot, but they did some of the retouching on certain things. So I recommend that, and then continuing with the rest of the One Piece episodes. But I'm pretty sure if it looks good on Netflix, it must be the same broadcast. So never mind.
So slow though, like what is that Syrup Village? I don't remember what the places are called, like, but whichever one that is, the Usopp arc.
Yeah,
it's like taking 10 episodes, and that's like, I think maybe a volume in the manga. Like, I was reminiscing because I remember I bought volume 3, which I believe is where that arc begins, and I think it might wrap up in volume 4. But I remember buying it when I was in New York back in like the winter of 03, I think it would be. And I bought a copy of One Piece Volume 3 at Midtown Comics.
Wow.
That was my first time reading that part of I had already read the chapters because I was getting the monthly magazine at the time, and then I reread it in volume form, and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Let me show you real quick on my Crunchyroll thing.
I'm like so close to just jumping over to One Piece because it's so poorly paced.
So here we okay, yeah. So this is the East Blue came out, and then there's this version, which is the HD version. It's a redone version of East Blue. Same with Alabasta. Same with Sky Island. And then from Sky Island, you can keep going with the rest of the stuff. It should be fine. Just wanted to point that out if you're on Crunchyroll. I've been watching One Piece. Would recommend.
My only thing is, like, if I can watch it because we're watching it in the background, like, while doing other things, like building Legos and reading. Like, I'm reading manga while watching it because I've already read it, so I'm like, I don't need to like pay attention. But I would want it to be like, if I can get it to be like, if One Piece is high enough quality and I can put it onto my TV, then I might consider it. But it'll be a conversation, I think.
You know what you need to do? One Piece, but add in the 4Kids opening to the episodes.
The dub has a dubbed opening, so it has like "We Are" in English, and it's kind of bizarre, but it's
not nearly as like the 4Kids stuff is just horrendous. But
yeah, no, it's no pirate rap. It's definitely not.
Like the part where they say Sanji's cooking and what was it? Chopper's doctoring. I'm like, whoa, all right, some smooth lyrics there, homie. Anyways,
that singer, the rapper rather, was on TikTok a year or two ago, and he like did an updated version with the rest of the members of the crew.
Oh, look at that! Not know that. Cool. Speaking of updating, did anybody haul anything interesting that they want to show the peeps?
I'm still unsure of what my hauls have been.
I'm stacked.
But I have recent reads.
Oh, we can do reads too. That counts.
Polls and reads.
I'll go first while he's getting that.
Yes.
I have so many new releases, so I'll just go through them. First one I got was My Dear Detective, which is a new 7 Seas release by the digital Azuki.
Yeah.
I think is the one. Yeah. So this was available digitally for a while now, but now we have the physical. Excited to read that one. Cinderella Closet Volume 7. This series is so fucking good. I highly recommend it if you guys haven't read it yet and you want like a really good college romance that has like some good themes and messages.
I like that.
I love when my media has themes.
Trope of themes.
Volume 5 of Timon's B-side. Another really good series. Been really enjoying that one. The Holy Grail is here.
Let's go.
The Omnibus for Red River. I actually ended up selling my single volumes of 2 and 3. So I think what I'm gonna do is whatever I have a full omnibus set of, I will keep those, and I'll only buy the omnibus for any time I need to like fill in gaps from my current collection that I have. So we'll see how that turns out in the end. Volume 7 of Honey Lemon Soda. Volume 9 of Usatoki Rhetoric. This ends in the next volume. So we only have one more volume left until we have the end of this series. And then, last but not least, Volume 3 of Snowball Earth.
Nice.
This volume was weird, honestly. I thought it was cool, but it was kind of weird. But I don't know if I really get the villain, the rival. He's a weird fucking dude, and kind of like in the way Golden Kamuy is, like has weird people, but like I don't know. He's a weird dude. I don't know if I'm in on him yet, but it's still a good series. I'm enjoying it still.
I like all the kaiju that come in. I was like, yes, let's go.
The kaiju are fucking scary looking too. They're so creepy.
Everybody's excited, My Dear Detective. I did order a copy, but it has not arrived. I have a lot of stuff in transit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I haven't gotten my copy yet for My Dear Detective, but I'm as I'm reading through my to read pile, I have not yet gotten to my 7 Seas books to catch up with all that, which is going to be a lot. But I've been making a lot of progress, as you will find out from this stack of books that I'm going to say that I've read since last Thursday.
It was weird because I really enjoyed Volume 1 of Snowball Earth, but wasn't a fan of Volume 2, so I dropped it.
I think Volume 2 wasn't as good as the first volume either, but they had to do a lot of setup in that volume, so that's probably why.
Right. I can go next. That's okay. I only 3 books. Again, I have a bunch of orders, but only 3 to show. One is silly. The other is not safe for work, and the other one is actually a decent book that everybody should check out. So that's indicative of my craziness in my head right now. Right. So I got volume 5. What? No, not 15. I can't count, dummy. Volume 14 of Zom 100. So I got that.
Yeah,
pretty cool. And I love these colored covers and stuff. So I got that. I got Last Quarter, Volume 1. I totally forgot to grab it when it came out. And I totally slipped my mind. And then recently I thought, oh, I'm missing one book. What was it? It was this. So I grabbed it. And then something not safe for work. I don't care. I made an admission in one of my videos, if you want to check it out. So I'm not going to say it here. But I grabbed this thing, Monster Marriage Shop from 7 Seas. It's a Ghost Ship title. Came shrink wrapped and everything because it's naughty. I'm at a point in my life where I don't care and I just want to read silly, goofy things while also enjoying like depth and characters and amazing stories and stuff. So you can have a little bit of both and have some a fun time. So this is essentially like a manga based on dating apps, but the characters are creatures. You got werewolves, you got like vampires and stuff like that, but it's not safe for work and they're ready to party and get down. And can I show any of the art here? Probably not. Oh, look, there's some boobage. I can't. I think this should be fine. I want to show some of the art so you guys can get a feel for it, even though half the audience that watches this is not going to care. I think this is fine. You can see some of the art here, the characters and stuff. But yeah, obviously, parental warning, parental advisory, not recommended for anybody but me. So
for Geo only.
right. So that's it. That's my tiny haul, unfortunately.
All right. I don't remember if any of these are like things that I hauled super recently, but these are all things that I read since the last time that we were on last Thursday.
Been a long time. So
the Before Demon Slayer book, there was nothing that stood out in this one.
I'm glad I skipped it. I am a big fan of the creator. I love their work, and I love Demon Slayer. But at the end of the day, when I was picking and choosing for stuff to buy, I'm like, this is a pass. I'm not gonna get it.
Like it's fun to see the old work of
the
theirs.
Prototypes, basically.
Yeah, but like none of the stories really stood out. Like I would say that's genuine or generally true of most of these. Like they don't have anything that super stands out, except for the Fujimoto volumes. Like he has some really good one shots from early in his career, but like none of these are like outstanding. And it's like, okay, like if you're a fan of their work and you just want more of their stuff, like it's a single volume. It's $12. It's not a big deal, but like, just don't expect to be blown away. Spider-Man, Octogirl. This one was fun. I forgot that this was the same artist as My Hero Vigilantes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool because it is what it is. It's just Dr. Octopus's mind all of a sudden gets put into a little Japanese girl's mind, and he kind of has the same struggle that he did in Superior Spider-Man, where like eventually Peter was like coming back into his own mind and like kind of pushing him to do certain things. So like you see instances where like she is kind of taking over and she's like, no, we're going to do this instead of this. And like, it has a fun little crossover with the Spider-Girl of Japan, Sakura Spider. Nice. I think it's really clear that the writer, Hideyuki Furuhashi, is familiar with like somewhat modern Marvel material because spoiler alert, there's a Superior Octopus appears in here.
Whoa.
That was like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't know when it was.
Sorry to interrupt. Do any other Marvel characters show up, or it's just Spider-Man stuff?
It's mostly I think it was just Doc Ock and like Spider-Man, and then like the Sakura Spider, who I think was introduced in the Deadpool Samurai manga. And it seems that this takes place in the same universe as that.
Okay.
So there was mention of Deadpool in there. Trillion Game. This one's the writer of Dr. Stone and Eye Shield 21 with the artist Ryoichi Ikegami of like a million different things.
The anime started a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't see any good review of it. But the first volume is fun. Like it's funny because like it reads the same as like Dr. Stone does, but the artwork is so different from Boichi's artwork. Or for that matter, so different from even Yusuke Murata. I feel like Murata's artwork is more comparable to Boichi's than either of them are comparable to Ikigami's artwork. So it like reads the same but feels completely different. Like it feels more like a mature title, I guess. Battle Royale Enforcers Volume 1. This is what you'd expect it to be. Like it's Battle Royale. It's just like upgraded, I guess, for like a more modern sensibility. So like because the original one is what 20 plus years old at this point. Still the Celestial Shadows Volume 3. This is a really good volume.
Yeah, let's go. Love
I
that.
like the direction the story is going in there and like the characters and stuff they're introducing. And it seems like, you know, we have a direction for where our protagonist is heading. Insomniacs After School. I don't think there's much to say about that one. Gio's favorite series, Boys Abyss.
Damn it. I thought you were going to pull out Dinosaur Sanctuary. I'm like, oh, no.
No, I haven't been reading my Seven Seas just yet.
Okay.
Heart Gear. This poor guy can't have a long-running series to save his life. I think the last one, Black Torch, lasted like 4 or 5 volumes, and this one is not much longer. But it's fun still. I like the designs of like the characters and whatnot. Hirayasumi Volume 2 was another solid one. I like the vibes, and that's what we're here for, is the vibes. Magic Lumiere, Magic Worlds Incorporated.
Love that series.
This is a fun volume. I'm looking forward for the next one.
By the way, parentheses, speaking of Magic Lumiere, if anybody's interested in the anime, you can watch it on Prime. They have it.
Full Night Volume 2. This one's not like 100% grabbed me yet, but it's been enjoyable. I only just read Snowball Earth 2. I don't think I have 3 yet. I think that I just ordered it. I don't have it yet. So we'll see what happens when I get to 3. But Record of Ragnarok 11. This one was fun. This one has a little twist with Buddha in there. Rooster Fighter 6.
Hell yeah, dude.
This is a great action-packed volume.
Goat.
Love that Rooster. I don't know what to think about when they do the anime, like how it's going to turn out. Like, I don't know. I don't think that they're gonna. I don't know. There's so many. It's so far and few between that an adaptation actually like lands for me. I don't know. Whatever. Way of the House Husband, Volume 12. This one is more of the same that you'd expect from Way of the House Husband if you've been reading it. It's cute. It's funny. I also got Psalm 100 in here, Volume 15.
You're one ahead.
We are at this point, I think, exactly 2/3 through the list. And he hasn't updated. We need 6 more things put on the list. And then Chojin X Volume 7. Volume 6 took me like literally 5 minutes to read, and then this one was so much like I went into this thinking like, oh, this will be a quick read, like it's always a quick read, and then this one was a lot more exposition than it was action. And so it's like when you get on the freeway and you like push on the gas and then all of a sudden there's traffic and you're like, oh shit. That's how I felt. For All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated, the Magic the Gathering series. This one was a pretty good first. I was like, this is like Yu-Gi-Oh! If Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't have all the magic and stuff in it.
I was surprised by the art on that one. I haven't read it, but it looks way better than I thought it would.
And then over on the Kodansha stack, Volumes 2 and 3 of A Brief Moment of Ichika. I need to reread these because there was such a gap between when I read the first one and the second and third. Like I read these back to back. I need to just read through the whole, because that's it. It's only 3 volumes. So I can have a better appreciation. Welcome to Demon School, Irumakun Volume 10. Decent one right there. I just read these 2 this morning before work. Windbreaker 7 and 8. Those were good volumes. Read these last night before sleep. Quality Assurance in Another World 9 and 10. This is fun, starting up in another arc with Volume 10. And Medalist Volume 3 and 4. I read these while watching One Piece yesterday. So good stuff there. Kind of know what to expect from Medalist. I think most people do.
That has a show coming up too.
I thought it already had one. Is it
It
not? Out?
hasn't, no, it hasn't
It's not
started yet.
out yet. No.
Oh, okay. I'm not one to know about stuff as far as anime goes. How I Met Your Mother, My Soulmate, Volume 4. This one hasn't like blown me away as far as like the shoujo that I'm reading right now, but I like the covers, I like the artwork. And then Not Akira Volume 3 and 4, which is a lot of fun. So that's everything that I've read, I guess, in the past week. I feel like there was more and I'm just forgetting something, but that's the stack that I'm going with right now.
Same. By the way, did you get the card in the Magic book? The Magic
I was like, because it was originally supposed to come out, like a week ago or whatever, and then ISC didn't have it, and Crunchy didn't have it, and I was like, I could order it from Amazon, but then we went to Barnes and Noble last weekend, and I was like, oh, let me pop in and just grab a copy, because I was like, I want to make sure that I get the first print with the card. And I got it, and I opened up the little envelope with the card, and I was like, nice. And then I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with a card? I don't play Magic the Gathering.
It's a nice souvenir.
Back. I was trying to get him to buy it just so he could get the card.
But it's a nice collector's item. So,
but it's not like, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I can't say yes or no. I can't agree nor disagree, because like I have the Junji Ito cards, and those are cool because it's like artwork by Ito. But then this one is just some rando that did the art.
What card did you get?
It's something Fiend. Hold on, I can grab it.
Okay. By the way, we were talking like 2 weeks ago about Yu-Gi-Oh, and we did the Yu-Gi-Oh podcast on here. Colleen, I don't know if you knew, but there's what was the card you said you liked? Is it Mystic Elf something?
Yes.
They're making I think it's a Funko Pop based on that card.
On what card?
On the elf thing. Let me find it. Hold on.
They listened.
Riley, what was the card? Let me show it. Let me highlight it.
Diabolic Edict. And I opened, I was like, nice. Then I'm like, I don't what?
I'll be honest with you, that's a really weird card to pack with a manga book.
And it's not even like super cool artwork or anything like that. Like, I mean, it's not bad artwork. It looks like the cover of a Goosebumps book.
They could have picked like an iconic monster or a popular thing, or hell, even something fan servicey, whatever. But that is just,
I think, and maybe it would be way too much to ask, but just get the artist of the manga to draw a card.
That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would just be a random Magic card.
Like, I think it's a promo. Yeah, it is a promo.
It could hold some value in the future, so I would keep it. Just, you never know. Here it is, Mystical Elf.
She's so cute.
It's a New York Comic Con or like con exclusive thing, whatever. So that's pretty cool.
Cute. I love it.
Shout out to the Yu-Gi-Ohs. It's time to duel, baby.
Shout out to the Mystic Elves.
I'm waiting for Chojin X Volume 8 just for the volume cover. Also, Javier was asking earlier, did Colette get delayed? No, it's still coming out in November, right?
November 21st, I believe.
Yep.
The Crunchyroll says the 5th, so either Crunchyroll is early or you're late.
I might be late. I thought it was later in the month because I thought it was closer to my birthday.
It might be, because Crunchyroll sometimes has things all janked up.
I'll look it up after this, and that way I can make a post and be like, only a month left until the best series ever. You
can put a countdown, yeah.
Exactly.
They're doing a rerun of that one Witch Hat Atelier figure of Coco. I pre-ordered like I can't read. I pre-ordered like I cannot get it. The figure is so pretty. I am tempted. I remember when it first came out and I had it in my cart for multiple months until it sold out. I'm like, I guess I'm not gonna get it. And now it came back, and now all those feelings resurfaced, and the FOMO is like slowly creeping in. So I don't know if I actually want to commit this time and get it. because it's such a lovely figure. You know the one that H Field is mentioning. It's this one.
I think I just saw a post of it on the Crunchyroll Instagram.
Let me share my page. It's a famous one. If you like Witch Hat and Kotobukiya, pretty famous stuff that a lot of people have on their collection. So I think it looks great. It's a very unique statue figure thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
They said it was like exclusive, but nah, you can get it from like Ami as well. So they lied.
Are they saying it's an exclusive because their version is slightly different?
No, it's the same figure. It's the same thing. I looked. It's exactly the same thing. I just assume like for our region, it's exclusive, but it's I could. All right, I'm gonna go in this rabbit hole. I'm gonna show you the Ami listing. Not that it matters, anyways. Just get the figure and stuff. I
would want to get that. However, I'm also like trying to make budget for 2 of the really nice Tokyo Revengers figures.
Well, this one comes out in May, so you got some time.
That's true. But I also have all the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff to worry about because like Red Eyes comes out and that Exodia and the Summon Skull. Like I have all these things in my wish list right now.
By the way, this on here is $122 minus shipping, and on Crunchyroll it's $170. So keep that in mind.
I wonder how much the shipping would be though if it would make it about the same cost.
If you get it through with EMS, you're looking at minimum, probably around like $20 shipping, 20 and up, depending on because if it's a Kotobukiya box, it's not going to be like super heavy, so you're not going to spend a lot on shipping. But EMS, you get it like in a week or two. I don't know, like a week. I don't know. So it's going to be pricier. I don't do EMS. I do the other air transit thing that has a tracking number, and that takes like 3 weeks or so, and it's usually not as expensive. Or you can do the Crunchyroll thing and just have it pre-ordered through their website. I think the Witch Hat is a limited rerun, if I remember correctly. Pre-orders are closing sometime in December. All right, I got until December to decide what the hell I'm going to do, because I have like 6 pre-orders right now, or no, like 7 of them on figures. It's insane. I don't want to talk about figures. I'm going to cry. Yeah. Anyhow, so ready for Colette. Thanks, Colleen, for the recommendation. What? I thought they were going to use something from the story. That's what I was getting at. Like they should have done a card based on something from the book itself.
It is in the book. It appears in the book, but it's not like it's. I don't recall
it's not as iconic as probably something.
It's not like extremely important. It's just I use this card.
There you go.
It's not where he's like always summoning. Yugi's always pulling out Dark Magician, and Kaiba's always pulling out Dragon.
Dragon.
Just Dragon Ball Z.
Generic.
Dragon D's nuts.
Nice. Speaking of generic.
Speaking of Dragon D's nuts.
Let's move on to one of the segments here tonight. We got some first impressions on 2 manga that I started reading that I am pleasantly surprised with. I will continue reading them. Usually when I talk about these series on this show, I try and keep up with them, but then since I don't really love reading manga digitally, I kind of fall out of it. I only keep up with some of the ones that I've talked about. But I like doing the first impressions and talking about it with you guys. Potentially it could be a hit, and then all of you can be like, oh, Gio talked about that book. That'd be fun. So for this video, sorry, I picked two series that interest me, and they only have one chapter out, which is great for all of us. If you want to jump on board, you can go to Manga Plus. I got to email them to see if we can get them to sponsor the stream because we feature them all the time. The first one is by Oyamada. I don't know if I said that correctly. I apologize. Oyamada, I know you're watching. This is Yattara, or however you pronounce that. This is about a monster called Yattara, and you can see the monster here on the cover or the thumbnail. And I didn't know what to expect because as soon as I clicked on the chapter, it had a parental advisory disclosure. And I thought, like, okay, let's go. It's a shonen manga, but we're gonna get some heavy stuff, and we do. Something happens in here that's pretty messed up, but I don't know how to feel about it because it started out one way and it ended in another, and it's like if you took a Studio Ghibli movie and just horrified it 18 and up and infused it with creature horror. That's what you would get with Yattara. So basically this monster, it's like from ancient times, excuse me, and somebody does like a ritual murder suicide summoning thing and kills himself to summon this creature. And this creature has an infinite appetite and is looking to devour everything. It doesn't matter. He can eat any matter or living creature, person, whatever, an animal. It just wants to consume. And he starts doing that. And in this first chapter, he finds a room with some, I assume, orphaned kids. They are malnourished and on the brink of death. So he decides to eat them. This thing doesn't have like many thoughts. So he's going to eat these kids. And then one of the kids shows up and stops this monster creature that kind of looks like a cat, which is odd. And the creature has a thought. And I'm going to spoil the chapter for you guys. So if you're interested, you can jump on with chapter 2. The creature then decides, like, humanity is known for cultivating its food so that in the end, like, yes, more people can eat, but it tastes better if we cultivate it and take care of it and stuff like that. So the monster thinks, like, what if I would like to experience a new flavor after like a millennia of eating the same things? What if I raise these children so that I could potentially down the line consume them, and it'll be like a new flavor for this monster to experience. I'm pretty certain that throughout the course of the story, if it doesn't get canceled, they're going to form a relationship with the creature, and it's not going to happen because it would be too dark and macabre, I think, to have a storyline end with like, all right, kids, bye, and it eats them. That'd be pretty messed up. So I thought it's kind of experimental for a shonen manga to go this route. So I say Ghibli because it reminded me of My Neighbor Totoro, but he eats people instead. And it's a giant monster cat thing. Let me show you some of the art. The art's great. You open it up and it says, disclaimer, this story contains sensitive material that may be distressing to some readers. Reader discretion is advised. I'm going to skip through some of the thing real quick because I don't want it to get yellowed on the YouTube thing. Ignore what I'm scrolling through. You can see some of the people here. The art, pretty cool. I don't know the creator from anything. And look, homie just opens up his mouth and he looks like No Face from Spirited Away. And which No Face is based off yokai lore, and eats them. Yattara only cares about one thing, and that is eating. It's a beast of gluttony. And he finds this house. He got summoned into an apartment building, and there's a lot of panels where there's no dialogue, which is pretty great. I love to see that because this monster is not going to have a voice. And he finds the kids here. There's this whole thing about wanting to eat them. That is pretty horrifying if we were to see that in the night. And the other kid shows up and starts fighting the creature. And what's cool is that Yattara can eat things, but they're stuck in a void, I guess, before it processes the food. He can also spit it back out, and it's back to normal, whatever he ate. So, spoilers for this first chapter, he actually does end up consuming the children, but then has that epiphany, if you will, and spits them back out and thinks, like, I should treat these kids better. So, he ends up spitting out dozens, hundreds of food items that were not even like cooked or anything. They're still in their wrapper, and presents them with a full feast for them to eat, so they can get their health back. So that, in a nutshell, is chapter 1 of Yattara. I think it's pretty cool. I dug it. Kind of sinister for shonen manga, in my opinion, but I'm down for it.
That was kind of phallic.
This thing?
When he was coming out of the wall like that?
Yeah.
A
Just a little bit.
little bit.
Let me show you the part where he spits out the thing.
I think this looks and sounds like something really enjoyable.
And there's a hint here. Sorry, there's a hint here that he might go after the rich and powerful people, and people that abuse and stuff like that, because there are panels of just showing the wealthier people, rich folk, just feasting on stuff. So they might go that route. I don't know.
Literally eat the rich.
Yeah. Like if it goes that route, that'd be sick. Let's go. Eat them all. Do your thing, Yattara.
Maybe like consume, like do like a monstrous Robin Hood type thing and like consume everything from the rich people and then regurgitate it for the poor.
Heck yeah. So it's deep in thought. I'd like to think this is a cat-like monster creature. That'd be fun. So the kids realize that they're back, and here's the scene. There we go. So it's like reverse No Face. Instead of just like the scene where he's eating everything at the hotel thing, he's just spitting stuff out, and then they're able to eat. So shout out. Again, this is by Oyamada. I don't know the creator. They have some work listed, but I've never read it. Like one or two things, I think. But I'm gonna continue reading this and report back because it looks pretty badass. The next one that I read is this one, Monochrome Days by Yosuke Matsumoto. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one. I really like the art. It's what drew me in with the character designs because it looked kind of reminded me of one other Shonen Jump title that I can't remember or something. I don't know. It's very I like the character designs for this. So it's cute. This is about the main character is this dude called Fudo, and he sacrificed to being an artist because of his mother's passing. So now, since a very young age, since 15 or 16, he's been working nonstop to provide for his sister. And now that he's a young adult, he's in this company. I don't think they specify what they do, but it's a standard Japanese company. And he's helping everybody, like overworking himself, helping all his coworkers with stuff, even if he's the last one to leave. And on one particular day, he's helping this girl called Saori with something work related, and Saori notices that he draws in his spare time in the office. He still sketches, and he's like super good at it. So long story short, some hijinks happen, and Fudo hears her in distress, only to find out that she's been overworked because her main hobby is creating manga. And she doesn't have money to professionally print stuff, so she's using the company printer to print out her pages, and she's trying to submit a one-shot to see if she can win a contest. So when she did that, like, she's super embarrassed that Fudo found out and like she's trying to say like, oh, let's keep it between us. Like, yeah, this is my main hobby, blah blah blah, and that starts the curiosity for the main character to potentially come back to the world of artistry, and she makes an offer for him in their spare time to see if he'd be willing to help her finish the manga and all that. So towards the end of the chapter, of course, he has that epiphany that maybe he is meant to pursue his passion because his mother really wanted him to do that. So I thought that was very sweet. I enjoyed that aspect of the character and the fact that this is essentially a manga about making manga and drawing and following your passion and all that. So I can get down with that. I love it. And I really enjoy the art. So it's super fun. I do recommend it. You can read it on the website for free as well. Let me show you some of the art. And there are a lot of weird scenes, specifically this panel, because Saori is so overworked. The first panel is her puking. So I don't know if that's going to weird people out. Because manga and Japan, baby. So yeah. It'd be funny if this is what gets us yellowed and not the eldritch monster cat eating kids. So yeah, here's some of the art. You can see. I don't know. Does this remind you of any other mangaka, this art style for these characters? Because it seems very familiar, but I couldn't quite place it.
It's slightly like a more shonen-ified Dress Up Darling.
Okay. I can see that.
Like the character designs, if anything.
Yeah.
But you're right. It does look very familiar.
I hate that I having gone through some, not as this extreme, but something like in the close proximity myself with abandoning certain dreams and aspirations. I sympathized, and I was super excited when I figured out like, oh, this is a manga about creating manga and like getting back into your hobby. So I was really hyped out with it. So I want to check it out again. This is when he finds out that she fell down, and it's because she's just super tired from all the manga stuff. And,
I will say those vomit scenes are a little fetishy, to say the least.
I didn't even think of that. Okay,
that is definitely like fetish.
I mean,
also the way those tights are highlighted, that's an artist who knows some fetish.
So yeah. I also, this is something that I would totally do myself, using work resources for printing out stuff for me. Like, yeah, hell yeah. I use the company Wi-Fi all the time to upload my YouTube videos. What are we talking about? Of course I'm going to do that. Did I just admit that on this show? Yes, I did. But they're not going to care, so it's all right. And one last panel I wanted to show his actual art. Where is it? Because she does compliment. Here we go. So yeah, he does more like watery, colory things. But he's going to, at the end, realize that he can do it, and he wants to help her. So they're going to team up on their free time to finish the manga. So yeah, I'm personally excited. I don't know if it's going to be for everybody, but yeah. Ignore the fetishy stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Just cut out the vomit parts, and honestly, it sounds up my alley.
Add more vomit, and I'm in.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
We lost H-Field already. I'm sorry.
I'm glad I'm justified at the very least.
Yeah. So there you go. If you want to keep up with it, again, you can go to Manga Plus and read it for free, legally, and support the Yosuke Matsumoto, which I don't know what else they've done. So there you go.
The lady becomes an idol is what it said. In the description, it said author of.
Yeah, written by Yosuke Matsumoto, author of The Lady Becomes an Idol, a unique a unique new take on aspiring manga artists. Yeah, I didn't read the description. I just jumped in like, oh, this looks fun. What it is? What is it? And found out it's about manga making. So that's cool. I'll
I
report
haven't
back when I read some more chapters.
I haven't heard of the other one that they've done as well, so they must be newer.
Yeah. There we go. Let's see. We got Solicits from Seven Seas Entertainment, friends of the show. And I'm going to use the Anime News Network thing because I'm lazy and I couldn't grab the pictures, even though they sent them to me. But whatever. Shout out. Also, the Three Body Problem is sponsoring this episode. So there we go. Seven Seas licensed a bunch of fun stuff. The first one here is Idol Story, or do you pronounce the X? Is it silent?
Just idle story because
Idol Story
I
from
think you should
Shotaro Tokuno.
always pronounce the X.
Idol X, Idol Story.
idle by idle story.
Yeah.
Idle times idle.
This is part of the X universe, which is in relation to Hunter x Hunter, Spy x Family. All those series take place in the same world, just so you know. And this one does as well.
The
X.
The cover, the X
joking.
looks stylized as like arrow.
The shuffle button.
Yeah.
Because you're meant to read this in a shuffle next to the other Spy Family and Hunter. That's
Idle,
why.
shuffle, idle story.
Yes.
But despite, I've just been calling it idle story because fuck it. Like, is Shotaro Tokuno gonna come and slap me? I don't care.
Yes.
He's gonna come to your
He
door.
watches the stream too.
Yeah, but I think it sounds really intriguing. It sounds like it will be very fun. So
Mimi from Digimon, a college grad working part-time at a convenience store. Once an aspiring idol, she abandoned her dream when her group failed to make it big. Enter Ibuki, a rising star inspired by Mimi's past. Their unexpected encounters reignite Mimi's passion for the spotlight. Together, they decide to audition for a high-stakes idol competition show. Can they achieve their dreams and forge an unbreakable bond, or will the intense rivalry tear them apart? I hope they make it. This comes out in April, or at least Volume 1 comes out in April. Next up, 10 Things I Want to Do Before I Turn 40. This is a single volume from the BL label. Suzume Tojo is just 3 months away from turning 40 and realizes there's so much more he hasn't done with his life. So he makes a plan, create a private list of things he's always wanted to do, and check them off before turning the big 4-0. It's a rather simple list filled with goals that should be easy to accomplish, like takoyaki party, enjoying a parfait out in a cafe, that rhymed, and spending his birthday with a lover. Except that last one comes with a major problem. Tojo hasn't had a lover in 10 years. But when Keiichi Tanaka, Tojo's handsome junior at the company, discovers the secret list, he's determined to help Tojo check off every single item, starting with the lover part. That's super cute. And I will say, this is like Zom 100 without the zombies. Because he has a bucket list journal thing. So
the thing that at first when I was reading through the description that I didn't realize is that it had said he was only a few months from turning 40. And I was like, damn, he's not going to have any time to do anything. And then I realized it was only 10 things. And I was like, oh, okay. You're fine.
10, yeah.
But apparently between this and the next one, both by Mamita,
that is such a. I laughed so hard when I heard about that name. Sorry. Go
we
ahead.
are very close to having Mamita's entire bibliography, according to a Fujo friend of Colleen and I.
I don't have Fujo friends. No, I'm kidding.
I am your Fujo friend.
A Fujo friend of Colleen and I.
I don't know. Like, no, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. I'm not gonna make fun of the person with the weird name.
Mamita.
Mamita is different in Spanish. No, I can't take this seriously. Why would you call yourself that? It's like, I'm a comic book creator. What's your name? Daddy. Okay. Papito, like mommy. Like, okay. What are we doing? Anyways, The next Mamita book, Jesus Christ. Natsume Wants to Be Trained. This is also a single volume, comes out in May. Natsume has a problem that's keeping him single and alone. He's lousy in bed. Frustrated by his inability to keep a lover, he comes up with a plan: become a master of sex and shove his newfound bedroom prowess right in the ex's face. The first step: hiring a male escort to help improve his skills. But when the escort Ko arrives at his home, Natsume is stunned to find that this man is no stranger. In fact, he's Natsume's own housekeeper. That shoving like that. Okay. I enjoy that pun. Next up, I did mention, May. Comes out in May. Next up is Virgin Marriage. Sorry, what was that?
It's also by Mamita.
Oh my god, the Mamita verse. Let's go.
Technically, it's a single volume, but there's a second. Like a lot of BLs will have like a second volume, but it's not literally titled Volume 2. It has another title to it.
Yeah.
So it's like Natsume wants to be something else.
Yeah. So it's like an anthology, almost. Not necessarily a continuation.
I don't know. I haven't read either of them. I just remember seeing that when I was looking into it.
Okay. Next one is Virgin Marriage: A Maiden Voyage into Passion's Embrace. That's a title. Volume 1 coming out in April. This is a steamship book from Chizu Aoi and Kichi Kojima. Kurumi and Keiichiro have been married a full year, but have yet to actually consummate the relationship. Though matched through an arranged marriage, the two share common interest and enter into a lovely relationship. But both are completely inexperienced when it comes to having more intimate relations, and can't even bring the subject up without becoming completely flustered. Can they muster up the courage to share their desires, or will it all become a pent-up mess?
Smut connoisseur says it's good.
So it's good. It's a good one.
Yeah, this one's a good one.
Nice.
And I'm the smut connoisseur, so like you can trust me. This one's good.
I think that should be on your thing here on
I'll do it right
StreamYard.
now. I'll do it right now.
You got the insufferable omnibus collector and the smut connoisseur, and I guess you can call me the furry loving freak manga dude. I don't know.
It reminds me. Do you remember? I'm assuming, Gio, that you played Star Fox 64.
Yes,
and
one of my favorite 64 games.
I forget which one of them said it, but one of them would be like, "Cocky little freak."
Oh no, yeah, I know what you mean. I can Google that. I know where to find that.
The voice acting in that game is so insane. I love it.
Use the boost to get through. It was like one of the first games with full like voice acting like that.
Yeah.
There's a Reddit post on it from 12 years ago, and it says one of the harshest lines I've ever heard in a video game. No, that's the most that's the most annoying line because he says it every time you hit him. Cocky little freaks. Pew pew.
Freak.
It was Pigma, the pig dude boss. Let me pull up the image for the audience. Stupid Reddit. Give me a minute. Cocky little freaks. Freak Star Fox. My search history is insane on this computer. Jesus. What the hell, man? Is it the pilot? That's not the pilot. It's Pigma. Oh, no, never mind. I'm gonna share. Look, I got it. It's just Reddit sucks for images. There it is.
Does that say Daddy screamed?
Daddy screamed real good before he died.
Oh no, that's the wrong one. Damn it. Sorry, my bad. Hold on. I said Pigma, but it was not.
I don't think that was Pigma that said, because if I recall, I think Pigma had an accent.
Yeah, no, it's this guy. What's his name though? I found the panel. Open image. I found it's titled "Cocky Little Freaks."
Cocky little freak.
This one.
Oh,
that a duck?
I think that's Andros's like son or whatever. Like his name. I'm pretty sure his name is like Andrew, and he's like, I'm Andros' little nephew.
The Shogun pilot. It's an unnamed pilot of the Shogun and appears as a boss in Star Fox 64 in the 3DS remake. His design reappears in Zero as a generic soldier serving on a few different battleships. The Shogun pilot arrived shortly after a pair of Shogun warriors. Shogun's pilot from 64.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a completely different character, Andrew. But there is an Andrew, and he is Andros' nephew.
Yes. Star Fox, man, I love that game. My favorite part was doing the Independence Day level, where it's clearly modeled after the Independence Day movie.
Like the big ship, and and you have to like shoot the spires.
Yep. And at the end, it falls on the city thing, and you destroy it. Like clearly, this is ID4 Will Smith.
I was so bad. Like I didn't know that I was so bad at that game until much later when I realized like how much more there was. Like I was taking the easiest route every single time.
I never finished that game because I was so bad at it.
I loved it. I've beaten it a couple
even
times.
worse.
I think the last thing I did in that game was the spire thing, like trying to take out the communication or whatever for that building.
The final fight against Andros, fantastic. I love that stuff. And at the end, you see if you do the right requirements, you see Fox McCloud towards the end. I cried in that finale. Like hell yeah, dude! This should have been like a movie, an animated movie.
I did it with a Game Shark, but I never did it on my own.
Yeah. Andros. So yeah, why were we talking about cocky little freaks? Oh, the furry freak. Okay.
Yeah, because you said I'm a furry loving freak, and then I was cocky little freak.
No, I'm a monster. I'm a monster girl connoisseur now.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Virgin Marriage is coming out from 7C. Shout out. The next one, which I laughed because this is a great idea. I have the full colored editions of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this one too. And I read the comment section on Twitter, and some idiots were not happy, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna check out. I'm like, all right then, bye. So what is this? This is Tokyo Revengers Brilliant Full Color Edition by Ken Wakui. Comes out in July. The first omnibus with volumes 1 and 2, and it's the same thing, Tokyo Revengers, but in full color. That's it.
I saw some people who have the Japanese edition saying like how good the color looks. So I'm excited. Like I really love Tokyo Revengers. I saw one person was commenting like they were upset because they're like the series isn't even done yet and they're already trying to. And I'm like, bro, the last volume. And that's why I posted on my Twitter. I was like,
oh, I saw that. Yeah.
The last volume, and I was like, this is coming out in March or whatever, and then that doesn't come out until July.
Yep.
So there's plenty of time. If they decide to do the entire series in full color, like it's basically just going to be doing the whole thing twice, like doing the series twice in a row.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I would pick it. I would pick it up. I like what they did with. I know it's a different company, or a different series. Sorry, I liked the full colored edition of Miss Kobayashi, and yeah, I'll maybe I'll get this. Who knows? I do like the story. I just haven't collected it, but I do like Tokyo Revengers. It's fun. And if you like Tokyo Revengers, oh boy, I got another one for you. Tokyo Revengers series guide, Remember You.
Yes.
Written as a celebration of all things Tokyo Revengers, this is the ultimate series guidebook for fans who want to know everything about everyone, even us, in the world of the Tokyo Manji Gang. Packed with art, character profiles, and brand new bonus episodes about all seven of Tomon's founders. It also includes special extras like original location designs direct from Wakui Sensei's notes. Fans won't want to miss this collection, comprising material from 3 separate books previously only available in Japan. Again, If you're a fan of Tokyo Revengers, I think this is a must-have as well.
Definitely. That's going to be mine. And that comes out right after the last volume, which
April.
the last volume will be a 3-in-1, by the way, because it's 31 volumes long. So
yeah. So you can get the final volume of Tokyo Revengers, then you can get Remember You, then you can go ahead and get the brilliant full color edition and start buying that, and you'll be in an endless loop of Tokyo Revengers,
which is fun considering Tokyo Revengers is all about time travel and stuff and loops and whatnot.
Nice.
It's all coming together.
And the spin-off started up, the Keisuke spin-off, and then the Todai
the spoof, right?
The spoof is coming out.
Yeah.
So
it's a good time for the Revenger fans out there.
Yeah. It is, like, with zero doubt that Tokyo Revengers is the, if not one of the best-selling things that Seven Seas has.
If you like Tokyo and you like exacting revenge on people, this is the book for you as well.
Heck yeah.
Think about it. Am I done? No. One more. Oh, it's an audiobook.
Yeah. We don't care.
Audiobook Mushoku Tensei Redundant Reincarnation. There you go.
Redundant because they just keep putting out fucking Mushoku Tensei. Get their ass.
And so pretty cool. Obviously not everything's going to be for everybody, but do get excited because this is stuff for somebody out there. I'm not interested in some of these books, but I'm not gonna be all pissy about it on social media like some people are. You don't like it, then Colleen, your hair looks awesome.
Thank you.
I had to point that out. Fujo, what's that? I find that I don't really like when they turn a black and white series into full color. Something about it never feels right. It depends. I get you. Like, I'm not a fan of Parasite, the colored edition. Sorry. I dislike it heavily. But Kobayashi, I thought looked pretty good. And from the feedback on this one, we'll see. I'll check it out.
You should look up the pictures real quick. Because the Tokyo Revengers one looks just look up Tokyo Revengers full color on Google image search, and the
give me a second.
Several are good examples. Like this does look legit.
All I get are the titles for the thing, and it freaked me out. Hold on.
Got you, little freak.
Check this out.
The only license they had for Last Game for a while was a full color edition, and it did not look good. So I can understand being tentative on full color.
Hold on. There we go. See, all I see are the titles. Like, wait.
Those other ones are that's an example from the inside. Like that looks. I think a lot of the issue is when they do these things, it's pretty flat looking.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good depth to the artwork here, like the colored artwork there.
Oh, spoilers. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Spoilers, everyone dies.
No, but it was never mind.
I feel like for an action manga, having a full color is probably good. Just because sometimes when it is black and white, it can get a little like confusing. Yeah. So having a colored version could be helpful for some people who have trouble with that, like me.
The colored version of JoJo is also really good.
This is Bash's Stampede.
That's homeboy
from Black Mirror. What's his name?
Yeah. This guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This guy.
If they ever do a live action, they gotta grab him for this role. Maybe they were inspired by him. I don't know. But this panel here looks great in color, I think. Let's see. The homeboys right there.
Fucking guy, Draken.
Kun. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I personally think that these look great in color.
Are you gonna double dip? You gonna get them?
I will triple dip, boy.
Nice.
Yeah, volume
Triple
one.
dip.
Volume 1 will be a triple because I have the special edition, the Barnes and Noble variant also.
What if they announce like super deluxe editions, like the Berserk, and they call it the Tokyo Revengers full action thing, and it's like super oversized.
If Seven Seas was ever to do those, I think this would without a doubt be the first thing that they would do.
Should be. Don't call it a mystery.
I thought you would have picked like something lewd as their first title, but yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Like this and or Die Dark.
I was gonna say the big girls.
Big Girls Omnibus, but actual omnibus size.
The boobs like come at you.
It's like those
3D.
Popeye armrests.
Yeah, it's just a wrist rest in book form.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
You can rest your wrists while you read other manga. You put the wrist here and do this.
That would be so funny.
I agree. The Parasite color doesn't look good. They had a few of them at my local Walmart, and I skipped through it, and I wasn't digging it. So.
Yeah, like that, but like they actually come out.
The can you see?
Really rub your finger all over it.
Yeah. So like, and that's a Seven Seas one. So like, they're not opposed to doing this type of stuff. I think it.
Have you read that book?
No, I still haven't. I bought it on your recommendation. I just saw Poop Cat.
It's funny. You know, obviously there's heavy fan service, but it's actually a funny book. I dug the show.
I think so. They should do that to the extreme and like actually have those plush boobs on the cover.
Yeah.
Big girls.
Like embossed, and it
Yeah.
protrudes from the cover.
They can call it like the triple D edition.
It's like Jello, and you do this, and it like.
It could be like one of those, like the toys that like the Stretch Armstrong, and when you bend it, you see the water inside with the sparkles. It could be that,
like super jiggly.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So if you can.
Oh my god! It's literal jiggle physics on your book.
You could call it the Triple D edition or something, Double D edition.
The Jiggle edition.
The Tokyo Revengers full cover does look nicer than the other ones, though. For me, it's cool when the series is originally in color with Veil, but it gets funky when the OG was created with the expectations of black and white, and then trying to translate that into color. I agree with that. Yeah, that's true.
You know, another one that was good in color is Scott Pilgrim.
I prefer that in color over the black and white. That's just me.
The color version is really, really well done.
Did I read it in color? Because now I'm like, it had a black and white. But now that you say that, I remember there's the Ramona joke.
Yeah, because she has the joke about her hair color, and it points it out like in the black and white edition, and then in the color edition, it says this was funnier in black and white.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I read it in color, because I don't remember ever reading it in black and white.
Scott Pilgrim originally in black and white, yes.
See, I'm not the only one. HP's always got my back.
Black and white, and then they did the colored edition.
And now they're going back and doing new black and white editions because they released the big like box sets, the anniversary, and they did a color and a black and white edition, which apparently the box sets were designed by the like publisher from PO2, like the founder of that publisher, PO2.
Wow, interesting.
And I was like, that makes so much sense because it has the same like design aesthetic as their books, and I really love the way that their books are designed. So yeah, but yeah, the Scott Pilgrim originally in color, Volume 6 actually came out, or originally in black and white. Volume 6 came out, the paperbacks. I think it was like right before the movie, and so like the movie obviously went into its own direction, but like it was, if I'm not mistaken, like within almost the same month or something like that. Like the comic ended and then the movie came out.
Yeah. What about Gio and Riley's hair, Javier? Yeah, what about it?
You guys have to get it cut and dyed to get cut.
I'm way past due for a haircut of any kind.
You gotta go for that. You gotta go for the bang. You keep saying it.
I did, remember? I did that like a year ago.
I forgot. Then it just completely grew out. Then I forgot.
KCSLC, the new Scott Pilgrim box set is also designed to look like the PS2 box.
There's
Nice.
2 of them. I think the color one is, well, yeah, no, both of them are.
Bob Fisher, thank you for joining. Looking for recommendations. Manga about running cross country.
Run on your new legs, but that's not really cross country.
Not cross country, but it is about running. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I only know like track ones. I don't think I've
known
like a cross country one.
What's the one that's come? Sorry,
Run Like the Wind, I think was the anime.
Yeah. And what's the other one called? Blade Runner?
Blade Girl?
Blade Girl? Okay, there we go. Sorry. I confused it with the movie.
Well, I didn't know if you actually meant that one. Blade Girl, the one with the girl who has takes up running and has the blade.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Run on Your New Legs is the same, in which it has like a guy that does he have just one prosthetic? And then he gets the blade.
Run with the Wind anime. That's a good one. Yeah.
Was that one?
Let me check. This is so dumb. I'm gonna Google
cross country manga.
Yes. Manga about.
He had one. It's from Yen Press. He had one blade that he gets, and he was I don't think he was a runner. He was like, yeah, he's a soccer player. Gets in an accident, loses a leg, and then as he's trying to like do stuff, this guy notices him and is like, "Hey, I want to give you a leg, like so that you can continue doing sports and stuff." So he gets into running once he gets that leg and starts to learn how to actually use it properly.
That is very similar to Blade Girl then. The only difference is that she was not involved in sports at all, and her family is just trying to get her to like be confident in walking with like a prosthetic. So they sign her up for this like running club of people who have prosthetics or like any sort of disability, I think. But it's the same thing where like the guy takes an interest in her who like develops blades for running, and like they work together because she takes up running seriously and then like wants to go to the Olympics. But then it literally just cuts off, and it's so annoying because I feel like the series would have been so good if it kept going. But it's just like, she might go to the Olympics. The end. It's like, okay.
You make up your own ending, basically.
Yeah, like the last thing that happens, well, I guess this would be spoiler territory, but the last thing that happens is that she runs as like a substitute for someone else and then loses. And that's like the end. And I'm like, okay, like that's fine. I feel like you should lose every now and then, but like, can this be a little longer? I would like to see something good.
Yeah.
Run on Your New Legs is also like 3 volumes, right?
It is 5.
Translated novel for Run with the Wind came out this week. Nice. I got some random news here to finish out the show, because we're already in an hour and a half. This, I was not, well, I did, it's not like super shocking, but it did surprise me. Toho acquired G-Kids. Toho aims to grow and expand outside of Japan, connecting with its Japanese and international productions more directly with creators and fans overseas through its Toho Vision 2032. So after 2032, it ceases to exist. They cancel everything. With this acquisition, Toho adds a North American theatrical and home entertainment distribution, marketing, and sales company to complement Toho's international licensing, merchandising, e-commerce operations. G-Kids can blah, 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 blah. I don't care. So yeah, that's interesting. Nothing will change, honestly, but it's cool. You know, shout out to G-Kids. And then
show.
Yeah, Manga Planet licensed this manga, which I forgot to talk about. This is Tomo Serizawa's Color Collection. So if you read stuff from Manga Planet, you can check out this series. Graphic designer Major Saiki had always wanted to be an artist, even if he hasn't thought of himself as one recently. When both an intimidating class project and an unexpected meet cute bring him closer to Amano, an artist whose work he'd always admired, Saiki just might find himself finding the words to describe his own art and his own feelings as well. There you go. And the last story, which made me laugh because this was out of left field, friend of the show, Paru Itagaki, creator of Beastars, jumped on the horror bandwagon with some erotica, putting out a new manga called Ushimitsu Gao. And the story, okay, settle down, kids, because this is a whirlwind of a story. The story follows a 33-year-old housewife, Megumi Sano, who has strong spiritual sensitivity. One night, while having sex with her husband, a ghost suddenly appears in her room. She feels humiliated instead of terrified after the ghost witnesses her boring sex life with her husband. The ghost begins appearing in their bedroom on a nightly basis.
What the fuck?
What the hell is this, Pilot? What are we doing?
She always has the most insane plots.
Let's go.
But I'm pretty sure it's going to explore like relationship stuff between married couples and stuff.
Yeah.
Through the lens of it being like horror and voyeurism and stuff. So we'll see. I trust in Paru. She's the goat. I love her stuff. So
I think she's actually a chicken.
She's an actual chicken.
She's the cock.
She is. Yes, yeah, rooster head wearing.
I trust my strength, rooster head wearing Queen Paru. Yeah, she's great.
So fun, like friend of the show Paru, but enemy of the show, her dad.
The skinny legs and like super body, dude. God, that was horrible. We got some dislikes on that video of the from the fanboys.
When we were talking shit on Baki?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God. People need to realize I can make fun of things and it doesn't affect anything.
Right. Yeah.
Like that people need to realize that we can talk shit on stuff and like it also doesn't mean that we're like I mean I know Colleen does not care for Baki whatever, but like doesn't mean that both of us are like fuck this series. The only one like that for me is Kingdom.
I knew you were gonna bring it up.
and fuck Kingdom.
Yeah.
So shout out. Cue the panel of Beastars that says your fetishes make you what you are. I can see that. Manga.
Yeah, real quick, we should Yama Wayama's series get in animes.
What is this series about?
So Let's Go Karaoke is this really fun series that I read for my yearly reading thing last year. And it's just a single volume, but it's this kid who's like going through puberty, so his voice is starting to change, and he's in the school choir, and he's like the high pitched singer in the choir, but because his voice is changing, he's not doing good anymore. But this Yakuza guy hears him in the choir, and he sees him afterwards, and he's like, "Hey, I want you to teach me how to sing. I need to be good at singing." Because the Yakuza thing that he's a part of, the boss has a yearly competition where they sing karaoke, and whoever is the best and like the best singer gets to avoid having a punishment put upon him by the boss, which is like a really bad tattoo, because he like is an amateur tattoo artist, and he just thinks it's funny to put bad tattoos on people to practice. So yeah, the premise is just this kid is teaching a Yakuza guy how to sing, and then all the other Yakuza guys want him to teach them too, and it's just a really goofy premise.
I'll check it out. Sounds great.
It's fun. It's a really fun single volume. I'm not sure how they're going to do a full anime of it, but
maybe it'll be like 12-minute episodes.
That's true. And it does have a spin-off, but like I don't know if the spin-off would be part of it because it's not too long either. So
yeah,
and it's still ongoing.
GTO Paradise Lost Kai ended. Rest in peace. Jellyfish can't swim.
They're doing a GTO spin-off with the principal or whatever.
I did watch the show for this one. This is on my list, my personal list of the best anime of the year. It's on here. It's not going to be like super high on the list, but it's on the list. This was great. I really enjoyed Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. So they did a manga adaptation and only lasted a couple chapters. Ends in they got 5 more to wrap it up. Mungo Stray Dogs. I don't care about that. Sorry. If you do, good for you. Battle in 5 Seconds is in a hiatus. Sorry about that for all you Battle fans. Yankee Kuzuhana-chan, the creators on a hiatus because of health reasons. Get well soon. I don't know who makes that manga, so I apologize. Everybody's favorite Why the Hell Are You Here Teacher. The manga ends this month, sorry. So that's been going for a really long time. It's finally ending. GTO series gets a new Uchi Yamada spinoff. This is one you were mentioning?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Rumiko Takahashi's manga topped the 230 million copies in circulation worldwide. That is awesome. Hell yeah. It's a shame we can't show the books on YouTube. Chainsaw Man, Trigun, and Berserk on the bestsellers list. I used to like doing that, but it got like really boring when it was the same thing every single time. Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw
we got to
Man.
just guess which volume it would be.
And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same damn thing. Hold on. No, where's the list? Give me the list. Give me the list. Come on. Look at that. Oh my God. Shut up. Okay. Scarlet Shedder. Oh, this is Dogman. Okay. Chainsaw Man. Trigun Deluxe Edition. Wow. So quickly. Jujutsu Kaisen, of course. Blah, blah, blah. Berserk Deluxe Edition, Volume 1. Which is insane considering this book came out in what was it? 2019?
2019, yeah.
19? Wow. Just a shout out. Cool, I guess. And there was one more other thing. I want to read this series. If anybody here have you read it or will read it, let me know. It's about an older woman that gets magical girl abilities, and now she's a magical girl at like my age, late 30s. I love that concept. That's great. It's like if they made a series about me suddenly getting powers, like what the hell am I going to do with powers? I'm older. So I hope that gets licensed. I would like to read it. Deadpool Samurai goes on a hiatus. Whoop-de-doo. And that's it.
If you guys want a good Shoujo BL series, that new Simulpub from Kodansha is pretty good. I just caught up with it last night. A Love to Captivating.
Nice. Anything else I'm missing here that I wanted to talk about? Nope. My wife is a little intimidating. New series? No, that's not about it. Oshinoko's ending. Rest in peace. Yeah, that's about it. So we've seen it all. We've done it all. We've talked about everything. We've talked some naughty stuff, some good stuff, some wholesome stuff. But most importantly, we need to talk about it once again at our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your Omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, and manga for great discounted prices that range from 42 to 50% off at times. If you make an order of $50 or more in the US, you get free shipping. And there's the loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount to your order if you make it on a week-by-week basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, only at InStockTrades.com. And once a month, we do a gift card giveaway valued at $50, open to anybody out there in the world. All you got to do is show up, hang out with us in the chat. We pick out a winner. That is all courtesy of our sponsor, InStockTrades.com. Shout out to IST.
Shout out, ya boy.
Whew. So yeah, that's it. If you guys got any questions in the chat, shoot them now because we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. Colleen, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here with us goofing around?
You can find me on Twitter at Colleen's Manga. Actually, don't. I'm gonna try and start doing Blue Sky more after all this stuff. So Colleen's Manga Rex on Blue Sky, and then also Instagram, Colleen's Manga Rex, and YouTube, Colleen's Manga Rex, and Tumblr, Colleen's Manga Rex, and do I have another one? Oh, and I don't have TikTok. So I have TikTok. My account is there, but I have no access, so I don't have TikTok anymore. So don't try to reach me on there. I will not respond.
Rest in peace,
TikTok.
It signed me out. I don't remember the password, and I just thought it was a good opportunity to get rid of my TikTok.
You just did the meme with the character from Ice Age where he goes like,
yeah,
he bounces. He's like,
I haven't been on TikTok for 6 months. It's to like I still have the app and my account's still active and everything, but I haven't gone on there. And even when people send me video links, like I just don't even open it because I just don't want to open the app.
Yeah.
My feed on I still use it. My feed on TikTok is just like funny cat videos, which I don't mind.
That's what I have. I do miss it.
I no longer I don't even get the yokai stuff, which I used to get because all I watch are cat videos. That's it.
Yeah.
And that I open it to see that specifically to just clear my head, and I need to get off the internet and the craziness of the world. So I tune into the TikTok and watch the cats. We love the cats in this show.
We love the cats.
What was I going to say? Oh, Insufferable Omnibus Collector. Where can people find you when you're not here with us?
You will not find me on Blue Sky. I'll be
on
you until the end of days.
You get like you're gonna write it out until it crashes and burns.
It is the greatest car accident I've ever been a part of. It is so fantastic. Like, well, and also the whole block thing is not going to last very long because it literally is against both App Store and the Apple App Store, like both,
and in different countries as well.
Yeah, he can't. It's going to be just like when he blocked in was it Venezuela or no Brazil? Yeah, and then like within a month he had to bring it back. It's going to be the same thing. He just postures a little bit, and then like he gets all pouty and poops his pants, and then he's like,
"Okay, I'll put it back."
And then they're like, "No," and he's like, "Oh."
The thing that is actually making me more, because the block thing, yeah, it sucks and I hate it and I want them to change it, but that wouldn't make me want to post less. But the fact that they're going to be training the Grok AI on your tweets and you can't like get out of that,
you can't do anything about it.
That's ridiculous. Like, that makes me not want to.
I saw someone post about can't you just turn the thing off?
Well, I think it's going to be like unturn offable. From what I've heard. So like whenever that goes into effect, like you can't do anything about it. Right now you can, but I don't in the future I think he's making it so you can't.
Idiot.
Because of the something in the new update.
We'll say this about Twitter: it's very good at keeping up with the current events. Yeah, like everybody's there. You know, I get it. It sucks, but everybody's there. Even the companies and the famous people and all that stuff. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take a while before Blue Sky becomes even remotely a competitor, but it's kind of nice right now.
I think it might take so long that like Twitter will probably wind up going to someone else.
Yeah.
Before that happens.
And they bring back the bird.
Yeah.
Bring back the bird. Hashtag bring back the bird.
The fact that like literally no one except for like Elon Dick Riders calls it X is like so intuitive.
Literally never call it anything but Twitter.
I called it X today because I was being very sarcastic about something.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Things going poorly on X?
On X.com.
Who in Elon's internet could have ever thought?
Yeah, baby. That's how it is. Here's my Discord link if you want to join. My community Discord. It's a lot of fun. Free to join. You get some really nice, wholesome people. You can also find me I'm on 3 social media platforms, right? Yeah. If you want to chat with me, I'm on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Threads. You can find me on my YouTube channel, of course. That's Manga Geekdom, where I talk about all the manga that I'm reading. I just posted a Yen Press first impressions video on 4 books that I read. So go check that out if you can. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the love and the shares and goofs and gaffs and comments and putting up with the hijinks on this show. Appreciate it. But we're not done. Tomorrow, join us for, well, not us, but join the show for the Friday show with the other Omnibros. You got Lou and Omnidog. That was the former Wednesday show, now on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you, everybody. Go watch that show. And then after that, have a great weekend. And we'll be back next week with more fantastic nonsense that we all love on the internet. So thank you all. Good night. Love your faces. God bless. Stay safe. All that fun stuff. Bye-bye. Ending the stream. So long.